True intelligence lies in the capacity to notice things without passing judgment. Jiddu Krishnamurti. Have you ever entered a space and immediately sensed a change in the atmosphere? Not because of anything spoken, but because of the unspoken vibes? That's you. Your mind doesn't only listen to words, it interprets the silence between them. You don't just see what others choose to reveal, you perceive what they attempt to conceal. This is what it means to be a Sigma female. You've never been one to simply accept others at their surface value. While others might be drawn to charm, prestige, or bold personalities, you remain observant, not out of shyness, but because you're evaluating. You're connecting the dots. You pick up on the uncertainty in someone's tone, the insincere laughter, and the discreet struggles for control. Often, you might not even be aware that you're analyzing. It's just your natural way of processing. Frankly, this skill can make life both simpler and more complex. Once you've identified patterns, you can't ignore them. You can't overlook it when someone acts dishonestly, manipulatively, or insecurely tries to assert themselves. Others might not recognize how perceptive you are because you keep it to yourself, but that's their oversight, not yours. This video delves into the specific things you naturally notice about people, details you might not even realize you're observing. Stay tuned until the end, because grasping this talent will only enhance your perception. And believe me, once you've seen it, there's no turning back. Before we start, a like on the video and subscribing to the channel is much appreciated. Let's begin. Number 1. When your actions don't match your words. Have you ever met someone who says everything perfectly, but somehow you feel something is not right? They boast about their confidence, yet their eyes keep shifting. They claim to be calm, yet their hands nervously move around. They say they are leaders, but they don't stand tall or firm. A Sigma female quickly notices this mismatch between words and actions. People think they can hide their true feelings with the right words, but our actions reveal the truth through small facial expressions, gestures, and the tension in a forced smile. When your words don't match the vibe you give off, a Sigma female senses it right away. The harsh reality is, most people overlook this inconsistency. They believe what they hear, get distracted by looks, and think confidence is always loud. But Sigma females are different. They pay attention not only to what is said, but also to what is unsaid. They don't just listen, they feel. If things don't line up, they quickly lose trust in you. It's not about judging, it's about instinct. Sigma females rely on recognizing patterns. When someone is genuinely confident, their presence is consistent and calm. They don't try to convince others, they simply are themselves. But when someone's actions don't match their words, Sigma females detect the discord immediately and stop listening. If your actions contradict your words, they know you're not being truthful, either to them or to yourself. Number 2. Mistaking arrogance for confidence. You've seen it. The person who can't stop talking about their achievements, the one who drops names to show importance, or who dominates conversations because they believe they're the smartest. They think this shows confidence, but Sigma females see through it because true confidence is quiet, while arrogance is loud. Sigma females not only listen to your words, but also read between the lines. They notice if you become defensive when challenged, if you try to belittle others to boost yourself, or if you always need to remind everyone how great you are. Real confidence doesn't seek attention, it naturally attracts it. Arrogance, on the other hand, demands attention, shows off, and tries too hard. And here's the twist. Arrogance is not a sign of strength, it's a sign of insecurity. A truly confident person doesn't dominate a conversation because they're comfortable with silence. They don't feel the need to outdo others because they don't view life as a competition. They don't seek constant approval because they've already accepted themselves. Sigma females recognize this. If you're genuinely confident, they respect you. If you're arrogant, they lose interest quickly. Why? Because arrogance is not just annoying, it's fragile. It falls apart the moment it faces a challenge, and Sigma females have no time for people who confuse bluster for self-assurance. Number 3. How you treat those who can't benefit you. Want to know what makes a Sigma female lose respect for you fast? It's how you act towards people when you think there's nothing in it for you. She's watching not just how you treat her. Sure, you'll be nice to her if you think she matters. But what about when it's someone you don't need to impress? How do you act towards a waiter who makes a mistake or a cashier at the store? Are you rude, or do you treat them with patience and respect? Here's where many go wrong. They think their true self is shown only to people they respect. But who you are when there's nothing to gain, that's the real you. Sigma females can't stand fake behavior. They see right through it when you change how you act based on who you're with. If your kindness is only for show, it's not kindness. It's just a tactic. You might think you can hide it, but Sigma females notice the little changes in how you treat others based on their status. Once they see your true colors, they can't unsee them. So, if you think how you treat people who can't help you doesn't matter, think again. To a Sigma female, that's the most important part of your character. Number 4. Are your compliments real or just tactics? Have you ever received a compliment that made you feel uneasy rather than pleased? Maybe the timing was too perfect, or the praise seemed more like a trap. That's how a Sigma female analyzes compliments. She doesn't just hear them, she questions their sincerity. Is your compliment heartfelt, or are you setting up something? Many people think flattery is a simple way to win someone over, but Sigma females don't fall for it. They dissect it. If you suddenly start praising them just before asking for a favor, they notice. If your compliments are only in public but not in private, they see it. If your praise seems to always redirect the spotlight back to you, they understand the game. Sigma females value honest appreciation over fake flattery. They don't want their egos boosted. They want genuine recognition. When they sense your compliments have ulterior motives, they shut down. It's not just disbelief in your words. They stop trusting you entirely. So, if you want to compliment a Sigma female, be genuine and don't expect anything in return. Otherwise, your words will just blend into the background noise. They're already tuning out. Number 5. How you react to being told no. How people handle rejection says a lot about them. Some accept it gracefully as a normal part of interaction. Others take it personally, and Sigma females are watching closely to see how you respond. The truth is, anyone can be nice when things are going their way. But when faced with a no, your true nature is revealed. Do you respect the decision, acknowledge the boundary, and move on without making it awkward? If so, you gain respect silently. Sigma females value individuals who can handle a little resistance without falling apart. This shows emotional stability and a solid sense of self-worth. But if you become defensive, try to guilt trip or subtly make her feel wrong for setting a boundary. She notices right away. And remember, those who can't gracefully accept a no and try to manipulate the situation, that reveals a lack of self-control. In the end, how you deal with rejection shows who you truly are. People who respect boundaries are secure in themselves. Those who react poorly expose their own insecurities. So, when a Sigma female says no, take it seriously. Your reaction will determine whether she views you as someone to keep around or just another person to avoid. Number 6. When you feel at ease or puzzled by someone. When a Sigma female enters a space, the atmosphere changes subtly. She doesn't make a big show of it. She simply carries a quiet confidence that captures attention, even though it's hard to pinpoint why. She quickly notices who is at ease with her and who is still trying to understand her. Some are naturally attracted to her, but can't figure out why. Instead of just accepting her as she is, they treat her like a mystery to solve. They observe her too closely, ask a lot of personal questions, and try to uncover what makes her stand out. They see her as a puzzle rather than just accepting her presence. This kind of scrutiny is off-putting to her. Nothing irritates a Sigma female more than being treated like a subject for analysis rather than a human being. She isn't here to be studied, she's just being herself. Contrast this with those who are simply comfortable around her. They don't feel the need to probe or analyze. They understand her naturally. They don't feel intimidated or need to categorize her. They accept her as she is, and she values this kind of acceptance. Number 7. Viewing women as unique individuals or just stereotypes. Sigma females can sense quickly if you see them as a unique person or just a stereotype. If it's the latter, you've already lost their interest. Many people do this without realizing, quickly categorizing someone as the shy one, the strong one, or the cool girl upon meeting them. This is limiting because you're not really seeing the person, just a label. Sigma females dislike being boxed into categories. They are complex, multifaceted, and unpredictable. They distance themselves the moment they feel someone is trying to fit them into a neat category. They are particularly aware of men who treat all women the same, assuming they all want or react similarly. Such men often follow a script, not bothering to see the real person in front of them. Sigma females have no patience for this. What captures their attention is when someone truly sees them, not as a set of stereotypes, but as a unique and independent individual. When they feel genuinely seen, without assumptions or expectations, that's when you truly get their attention. Number 8. Your reaction to deep or uncomfortable topics. A Sigma female doesn't engage in small talk just to pass time. She values meaningful conversations. When she brings up a serious or uncomfortable topic, it's not just chatter, she's testing the waters. How do you react? Do you engage actively, showing you can handle deep discussions? Or do you avoid the topic, make jokes, or change the subject? She notices. Some people panic when a conversation goes beyond casual talk, responding nervously or diverting the discussion. Others might shut down, showing disinterest because they prefer superficial interactions. Sigma females notice all these reactions because depth in conversation is crucial for them. If they can't have real discussions with you, they quickly lose interest. It's not about agreeing with everything they say. They value those who can challenge them and bring new perspectives. But if you can't handle a conversation that requires openness and emotional depth, they see it as a significant flaw. Number 9. Living for yourself or for others. Sigma females don't need to ask if you're living for yourself or for others. They can tell by how you speak and the choices you make. Most people, without realizing, live according to others' expectations. They may pursue prestigious jobs or relationships more for appearance than for genuine fulfillment. Sigma females see through these performances. They listen not just to what you say, but also sense the authenticity behind your words. They detect if your excitement is genuine or just for show. If they feel you're living for others' approval rather than for your own satisfaction, they lose interest. They value authenticity and self-determination. If your choices genuinely reflect your true self, they notice and respect that. But if your life seems like a performance for others, they're quick to recognize the lack of substance. Number 10. How you handle being wrong. Quick way to lose a Sigma female's respect is to make a mistake and refuse to admit it. She values those who are thoughtful, open to questioning, and can accept their errors. She often sees people who react defensively or insist on being right, even when they're clearly wrong. This, to her, is a sign of insecurity. However, if you handle mistakes with humility and openness, acknowledging them without making a big deal, she respects that. Admitting you're wrong, learning from it, and moving on without drama shows real strength. So the next time you're wrong, consider whether you're showing true understanding or just protecting your pride. Because a Sigma female can already tell the difference. Number 11. Really listening or just waiting to talk? Do you truly listen, or are you just waiting for your turn to speak? Many people think they are good at listening, but are they? Or are they simply waiting for a chance to say something? A Sigma female knows right away. She notices it in your eyes, your body language, and how your replies don't quite match what she said. She can tell when someone is not fully there, already forming their next words instead of really taking in the conversation. And that's a big problem, because true listening is more than just hearing words. It's about understanding them, staying engaged, and genuinely caring about the conversation. Sigma females don't just talk to break the silence. They speak with purpose. And when they share their thoughts, they watch how you react. Do you recognize their words? Do you ask meaningful questions? Or are you just waiting for a break to say what's on your mind? Even worse, do you cut them off? Do you take over the conversation and make it about you? If so, you've just shown that you're not really listening. A Sigma female cherishes deep connections and meaningful talks. She has no interest in shallow interactions. If she sees that you're just acting through the conversation, treating it like a performance rather than a genuine exchange, she'll tune out. But if you're truly there, if you make eye contact, soak up what's being said, and respond in a way that shows you've listened, she'll notice. Because something rare just happened. Someone actually listened. And in a world full of distractions, that's significant. Number 12. Spotting genuine interest or superficial curiosity. Have you ever noticed how some people seem genuinely interested in you, while others only pretend to care until they get what they want? A Sigma female picks up on this quickly. It's about how they ask questions and what they do with the information you share. Genuine interest is shown by someone who remembers little details you've told them before and builds on those in future conversations. They ask follow-up questions that show they've been paying attention and are truly engaged in what you're saying. On the other hand, superficial curiosity is shallow. These people ask questions out of politeness or to fill the silence. Their responses are generic, and they quickly forget what you've shared, showing they were never really interested. To a Sigma female, this distinction is clear as day. If your interest in her feels fake, she'll distance herself because she values real connections and can't stand time wasters. Number 13. Detecting respect for boundaries. Sigma females are keen observers of how people respect boundaries. Do you push for more information when she's clearly hesitant to share? Do you insist on spending time together when she's expressed the need for space? Or do you honor her limits without making a fuss? This ability to respect personal boundaries tells a Sigma female a lot about a person's character. People who respect boundaries show they understand personal space and are considerate of others' feelings and limits. They don't pressure or guilt someone into doing something they're uncomfortable with. However, those who ignore these signals and continue to push their agenda reveal their self-centered nature, often driven by their own needs and desires. To a Sigma female, how you handle her boundaries is a major indicator of whether you're someone she can trust and want to keep close. If you can't respect her space, she won't waste her time trying to explain why you should. Sigma females don't just look at people, they see through them. It's not a trick or a game, it's just part of who they are. While others may be fooled by looks, empty words, and superficial charm, Sigma females sense deeper things: energy, intention, and truth. That's why they notice things about people that others overlook, not because they are searching for faults, but because they won't be deceived by appearances. They don't have time for fake acts, manipulation, or shallowness. They are drawn to realness, depth, and people who are truly at ease with themselves. If you're a Sigma female, you've likely always felt this. You've picked up on shifts in energy before anyone else. You've seen through fake smiles, detected arrogance behind false bravado, and noticed insecurity under a veneer of charm. And you might have wondered why you see so clearly when others don't. It's because you are different. You aren't meant to just go along with the crowd or take things at face value. You are meant to question, watch, and understand people, not just for what they say, but for who they really are. And that's your strength. Embrace it. If you ever doubt this ability, don't. It's not being paranoid. It's not overthinking. It's sharp intuition, honed by your experiences. It's a gift that shields you from deceit and guides you towards truth. So, when you sense something about someone, even before they realize it, trust your instincts. And if you're curious to learn more about the Sigma female world, click on the video on screen right now. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Until next time.